What is up, my butter biscuits? Y'all, this is my second time filming this video because if you guys did not check out my other video about Trisha Paytas and Jeffree Star, I said within that video I was actually on the way out to Phoenix. I was there for 5 days. And y'all, I filmed this video and that other video in my car because I was actually going to edit it while I was at my aunt's house visiting over there in Phoenix, and I forgot my computer. So I could not edit my videos, and I was like, let me just refilm them underneath my little setup over here. Anyways, y'all, I want to say this situation, and I told you guys before, talking about James Charles has always been difficult for me, and I'm just being very transparent with you guys. I really tread lightly on this type of topic. Do you know what I mean? I have said this for years now. Ever since the allegations has came out about James Charles, I have really always steered clear of talking about them. I've never talked about them. I've always said before, like, oh, if there's like smoke, there's a fire. Do you know what I mean? But I've always treaded really, really lightly on not speaking about it. And I know a lot of you guys are always like, oh my God, give your opinions about it. And I'm just like, y'all, I'm so sorry, but I see people get these cease and desist, and I see people getting sued, and I'm not gonna go down that route because I don't have money like that. Y'all know my channel doesn't really get views. I have no types of means to back myself up if I were to face a lawsuit. So being that all of these things are like allegations, I've never really talked about it. Do you know what I mean? There's never been any court filings. There's never been any charges pressed against James Charles. So I really haven't said anything about it because I'm like, y'all, I'm just not gonna get into that because it's just literally, I feel like, y'all, just in case a little refresher for you guys, just in case you guys didn't know this about me, I started doing commentary on my channel because I was so tired of cancel culture. I've said, oh my God, I am so tired of people bringing up things from 10 years ago and trying to cancel a person. It's like, damn, people make mistakes, people say the wrong thing. They are allowed to learn and grow from them. I feel like us as a society, we've gotten so damn strict of bringing back up old things from the past, of trying to cancel somebody. And it's like, y'all, if somebody said something offensive 10 years ago, it's like, you're really bringing that up now? That is not, like, if you look at me 10 years ago, that's not a representation of who I am now. I have learned throughout the years, y'all, how to be in society, how to be as a person. I've learned to become a better person, a more compassionate person. When I was younger, y'all, I was real cutthroat. I was really blunt. I was really loud. I was just, you know what I mean? I was just a whole different version of myself. And obviously, as you get older, you mature. So that's why I'm like, I wanted to start doing commentary on my channel because I'm like, I'm so tired of everybody getting canceled. So when I started talking about drama here on my channel, it was very lighthearted, things like that. Like, oh my gosh, this person made a joke 10 years ago, like, get over it. You know what I mean? But getting into the James Charles situation, this turned into like real allegations, criminal allegations. And that's where I never was really comfortable talking about. Like, my channel has never been deep like that. It's never been dark and deep and like getting into criminal allegations. The whole reason why I wanted to do this was to be lighthearted and have a different take on drama. Do you know what I mean? Rather than this stuff. And where we got into these like criminal allegations, I was like, okay, that's where I draw the line, and I'm not going to be talking about this type of stuff. Also, before getting into this video too, I've been wanting to, I was thinking about doing like a whole separate video about this because I don't know why out of somewhere, like, or out of nowhere, my James Charles video where I did do a review of Painted blew up and got like 100,000 plus views here on my channel. And of course, there's going to be a lot of people out there that are like, oh my God, you support James Charles. And I'm like, y'all, I literally have never even followed James Charles. I've said it time and time. Y'all can go years back on my channel, literally over 3 years ago. I'm like, I feel bad for saying this, but I just don't really like him. I've always said that even before his allegations. I just don't like him. Do you know what I mean? Like, he just kind of irks me. And obviously me, and I've said this before, and I know a lot of people who watch that video don't know who I am and don't know my character. I've said it before, there's always been this side of me that has found it to be difficult, being that I started off on my channel as a beauty guru, a makeup influencer. Do you know what I mean? I would literally do like 3 to 5 makeup videos per week, reviews, tutorials, trends, all that stuff here on my channel. And y'all, I have to keep it real with you guys. Ever since I was young, I never thought like, oh my God, I'm shopping for Maybelline. Let me think about what drama they're in. No, I never thought that. I just bought the product that I liked. Or, oh my gosh, Makeup Forever. Let me go pick up this concealer. I'm not going to sit here and think about what drama they're in. Obviously, me being a makeup lover, I never thought about that before. But obviously, when you get into commentary on your channel, it's like people want to, you know, hold you to, oh, if you purchase this product, that means you're supporting the person. But then I'm like, you know what, y'all, there is millions of people out there who don't care about the drama. They don't know if these allegations are true or not, and they're just going to pick up a product. And I was just testing out a product. And I even said within that video in the very beginning, I was like, y'all, don't try to say that I'm supporting this or that because you guys are the ones that wanted me to do the review. But of course, there was hundreds of comments saying that I'm supporting James Charles. And I'm like, I understand that you're saying like, oh, I put $16 in his pocket. But at the end of the day, I did an honest review and I didn't like the product. So, you know what I mean? I found that to be a little bit frustrating because I'm like, y'all, I literally do makeup reviews, and y'all know that I was doing this makeup reviews on Jeffree Star a long time ago, and I was doing them for the people out there who didn't really care about the drama, and I'm just giving an honest review about a popular product right now. I don't necessarily believe that when you do a review of a person, of a product, that you're co-signing what they have done in the past, what they've said in the past, or, you know, or you're condoning their allegations. Nothing like that. So I do have to be honest with you guys. I did find that a little bit frustrating, that I'm like, I've literally said on my channel for years now, before all of these things even came out about James Charles, that I just don't really care for him. So I'm like, how is it coming across now that I'm supporting him? Do you know what I mean? Anyways, I just wanted to get that off my chest before getting into this video. We are going to be talking about Jeffree Star and James Charles. And then I'm going to be honest with you guys, we're going to be playing a clip from the Bunnie Xo podcast with James Charles. And I want to say this, that it will get a little bit deep because these are Jeffree Star's words. Obviously, as you guys know, I don't really talk about things like this here on my channel, but Jeffree Star did mention it on a podcast, and we're going to be talking about it within today's video. So that way you guys can let me know your thoughts and opinions about it. And yeah, I feel like it is really deep. So maybe don't watch this video if you guys are triggered by this type of topic that we're going to be talking about today. So anyways, y'all, if you guys are interested in the video, go ahead and keep on watching. Make sure you guys give it a big thumbs up. Also, y'all, make sure you guys click the link down below, head over to my second channel. That's my travel channel with my brother. Go show some love over there, and let's go ahead and get into it. All right, y'all, before getting into the clips, my mouth got so dry from talking so much in that intro. I am so sorry. I know I rambled big time, but obviously, like, this is the first time that I'm talking about James Charles since my painted review, and I was like, let me get that off of my chest because low-key has been kind of bothering me. Okay, I want to be honest with you guys. I said this before, literally, y'all, when the podcast was just like teased, when Bunnie Xo did put out a little clip of it, obviously the internet was like, oh, damn, Jeffree Star is going in on James Charles. I'm just keeping it real with you guys. I already had thought in the back of my mind, I was like, oh, if he's going in like this about James Charles, like out of the blue, he has something coming. Come to find out, at the time of me filming this video, he is actually going to be coming out with a new makeup collection that he's going to be revealing on his YouTube channel on Sunday. And I want to say the reason why I thought that is because I have now seen Jeffree Star on so many podcasts, and he has not went in on James Charles whatsoever. It seems like James Charles obviously was a hot topic during the time of the filming of this podcast because he did come out with his brand new makeup line called Painted. So Jeffree Star is like, hold up, let me talk about this to get some buzz around it. And obviously the internet did blow up, y'all. Twitter was blowing up about this because Jeffree Star really went out there and went hard on James Charles. And y'all, before getting into everything and like the whole like, you know, video recordings and all that stuff, I want to say, I want to get your guys' opinion about this because it has been alleged now, like, obviously I've never heard any proof about this. I don't think anybody's heard any proof about this. It has been alleged now that Jeffree Star has some incriminating evidence against James Charles on his phone. And he has been like dangling this out there for a whole long time, but he doesn't put it out there because the person involved doesn't want to talk about it, doesn't want it out there. And he asked that Jeffree Star keep it to himself, but he does tease it. I want to get your opinion in the aspect of, do you guys feel like this is dangerous, you know, to do? Because say, for example, if I told somebody something so deep and I didn't want it to get out there, it would really bother me that they're dangling that piece of information out there just for clicks and just for views and just for clout, just because you have a new collection coming out or just because you want maybe views on this podcast. Do you know what I mean? Do you guys feel like that can get into a really tricky topic? Because I'm just keeping it real. If I was in this person's shoes who had, you know, confided in Jeffree Star, I'd be like, oh my God, like, why are you still talking about this? Like, I asked you to keep it between us. Why are you dangling this information out there? It's just not cool. That's just my opinion. Obviously, I'm asking you guys this so that way you guys can tell me your opinion on it. Anyways, nonetheless, y'all, Jeffree Star did go on Bunnie Xo's podcast, which I do want to say this. I kind of enjoy Jeffree Star on podcasts because I feel like he's just really outlandish. I feel like he's really entertaining. I feel like he's really blunt. And I feel like he's, you know, he can get really graphic. You know what I mean? And I feel like I like that. I feel like it's kind of like, I don't know, just being real. It's being a little bit crazy. It's being a little bit, you know, just entertaining. I don't know why, for some reason, he was annoying the shit out of me on this podcast. I was listening to this podcast and I started watching and listening to other Bunnie Xo podcasts because I really, really like her. He was talking over her the whole entire time. I was like, damn, she can't even say one sentence without him cutting her off. And like, I was like low-key getting irritated because I hate a one-sided conversation. Like if I'm talking to somebody, I'm gonna give you 5 minutes to talk. You give me 5 minutes to talk. That's just like the way it is. You interact. But he was just like, going over and over and over. And I do have to say though, from watching this Bunnie Xo podcast, y'all, I like really, like, she gained a fan because I was like, oh my God, I really like her. Like, she seems like she is just so mutual, so out of the drama, so non-problematic. Like, she really seems like a down-to-earth, humble person. And I just really like the way that she was approaching things because she was talking about, like, I don't know, this type of drama, even getting into the James Charles stuff. Like, she didn't know about a lot of this stuff. She didn't know about a lot of stuff with Jeffree Star, is because she's just kind of out of the loop on this. Do you know what I mean? So I feel like, I don't know, I got got a little bit bothered, obviously, that she wasn't able to like give her 2 cents about things. I was like, okay, Jeffree, like let her talk. Like I get it. Obviously, he's the guest on the podcast, but also too, it's a conversation. It's a podcast. Like you're on there for like an hour plus. Like, you know, have a back and forth, you know? Anyways, I'm going to go ahead and play a small clip of the podcast right here. Y'all, I just want to let you guys know, this is your little trigger warning that he goes in on James Charles and he says a lot of things about him. So take it with a grain of salt. You know what I mean? So go to check it out.
I got cocky and thought that I could expose someone else's trauma and story to X out someone else.
Gotcha.
That person did not want me to. Therefore, this person is still free.
Wow.
And that was very hard to deal with.
Right. Yeah.
But it was also selfishly wanting to let everyone know this person's a piece of shit.
Right.
And it's like I had to learn through my journey of healing and through therapy that was not appropriate, which is I never did it, obviously.
Right.
But those thoughts were haunting me.
But your intention behind it was good.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because so
It's
many
not like you
people
were trying to hurt
were
somebody.
supporting someone who is so awful.
Right. It's that misunderstood thing again. Yeah.
Yes. So the internet, as the roller coaster of my career has been, they wanted me to be the villain, I guess, that year.
Everybody needs a villain.
And it was crazy. So this person begged and pleaded me not to share what they had told me. I obviously respected it and never did it.
Right. That shows that you're a good human. You know, you didn't
And
do
to
it.
see this person still out there, they're not thriving like they used to be at all. It's just interesting. But the industry does have demonic snakes.
Yeah, absolutely. You'll have to tell me who it is later so I can steer clear of that human.
Oh, his name's James Charles.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Really? Do we need to believe that?
No.
No.
James, you know he's the biggest piece of shit in the beauty industry.
So as y'all can see from right there, Jeffree Star is basically saying that James Charles is a vile, demonic snake. He's an evil person. But here's my thing, though. I really feel like on this, like he has this recording, has this proof, but I just feel like he's still low-key using this. And he did say on the podcast that he was selfishly using this piece of information, obviously, to kind of like get James Charles canceled and to like potentially get him arrested. I still feel like he's kind of using it for personal gain. Do you know what I mean? Because you're still talking about this, which obviously this recording that he has or this proof that he has is from years ago now, and you're still talking about it. And I understand that obviously James Charles is, say for example, if this piece of information is literally incriminating, maybe it sucks to know that, wow, he's still out there when he could literally be arrested for this. Do you know what I mean? But I still feel like at the end of the day, it sucks for the actual person that confided in Jeffree. Because I'm just putting myself in their shoes in the aspect of like, damn, I asked you not to say anything, and here you are years later still dangling this piece of information. So to a person like me, it comes across that Jeffree Star is still kind of using this information, and I think that sucks for the outside person. I think that at the end of the day, if this person wants to eventually come forward, this is their story to tell, and they will do it when they are ready to. And hey, if they're never ready to do it and they want to let it go for the rest of their life, that's their prerogative too. Do you know what I mean? I know that it sucks, obviously, if Jeffree does have this piece of information and he's like, what the hell, like this fool did something literally illegal, incriminating, and he's just over here scot-free coming out with the makeup brand like willy-nilly, like, oh, everything's fine and dandy. Do you know what I mean? Like it would obviously suck. Like I'd be like, damn, hell no, that sucks too. But I'm not going to be talking about that information. Do you know what I mean? Because then I feel like it is coming across as type of like a gain for Jeffree in an aspect, because obviously now everyone, myself included, is talking about this podcast, talking about him, you know, putting James Charles on blast. But then I don't know. I feel like a little bit, I feel bad for the person that this, you know, this story, that's their story to tell. Do you know what I mean? Anyways, that is basically it for today's video. Let me know what you think about everything. I really do want to know how you guys would feel about this person who confided in Jeffree. I feel like that's my biggest question out of this, because I just really feel like I'd be like, can you stop talking about this? Do you know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, it's their story to tell. And I feel like if they want to come out and talk about it, then they can come out and talk about it. Or if they want to take it to, you know, take it to court, if they want to take it to, you know, the police, then that's fully up to them. So that's my little 2 cents on everything. Make sure you guys let me know your thoughts and opinions about everything. I'll catch you guys in my next video. Peace out, Girl Scout.